Hello and welcome. My name's Sissy and I'm Timothy's widow. I have got the weekly tarot card pulled for the week of September 10th through September 16th for you. If you're new to the channel and you've not seen the weekly card series yet, let me tell you what it isn't. No, I'm not trying to cast spells or anything like that. I simply use tarot for self-reflection. If you're new to my channel, you'll soon discover that I'm big into self-reflection, journaling, and meditating as part of the process during the grief journey. Every tarot card has many layers of things that we can interpret. When I pull a card or do a reading, I do it with the intention of seeing or tricking my subconscious brain into becoming more aware of all things cognitive, actionable, behaviors, communication, and spirituality. I really don't know if the spirit guides or the divine are influencing the card and the messages. All I will say on that is that there have been some interests in the past, and I'll leave it at that. So who can use this reading and this information? Any person and any grieving person who comes across this video. I have set an intention for the card to be of general use for all grieving people who may need it this week. How does it work? First, I pull the card and then I go research the card from my many resource materials, and I record it in my tarot journal. Before my hubby passed, I was taught to read the cards, and being away from it for nearly 2 years, I've forgotten a lot. I'm starting to relearn a lot, but it's going to take time. So I can't just pull a card yet and instinctively know all the meanings and the layers behind it. I still have to take the time to do my research. What can we do with this information? Well, every card has symbols, colors, and meanings, and I'll do my best to explain the card to you. Some people can just look at a card and get a very specific feeling, and that's your intuition speaking to you. It's up to you to decide how the information resonates with you and with where you're at in your grief journey. You may see the card very differently from the traditional meaning, which I've just mentioned a little bit about, and that's perfectly fine. Just be open to whatever resonates with you and allow the card and the meanings to be with you during this week as you walk through your journey of life and grief. Take what you receive and simply do your best to allow it to help you heal and grow in this time of grief navigation and rediscovering yourself and who you are now meant to be. So very quickly, we'll just cover the basics of a tarot deck. The deck is divided into a major arcana, which is 22 cards, consisting of big concepts of life, big details, such as change, the self, intuition, life journeys, and rebirth. These are the larger themes and transformations that we all go through. They represent the spiritual truths that make up the universe. Then we have the minor arcana, which is 56 cards relating to the world of sense, experience, and the details of our daily lives. These cards contain numbers and symbols within their meaning. They are divided into 4 suits, just like modern playing cards. We also have court cards, which can represent people within our lives or our own character identities. While these cards are gendered, that is, they are represented with a male or female, rather than representing a gender, they actually indicate personality types and tendencies. The card that I've pulled for this week is 4 of Cups. Take a moment, if you'd like, pause the video, and simply take note of anything that comes to your mind when you look at this card. Remember, your subconscious knows you. It knows what you're going through right now, and it knows what you need. Like last week's card, I think this is a lovely card to have pulled. So if you're ready, let's dive into it and see what we can learn from it and see if there's anything that can help guide us on our healing and grief journey for the week ahead. So before we start looking at the card, I encourage you to take a journal or a notebook and jot down anything that resonates with you, anything that you'd like to take a moment later on after the video and self-reflect on. Okay, so the card type is a minor arcana, which is the everyday world, our daily lives. The suit is cups. Cups are associated with the element water. Cups signify emotion, imagination, and intuition. The element water is commonly associated with the qualities of emotion and intuition. And the card is the number 4 from 4 of Cups. The number 4 signifies stability, rationality, structure, and rules. We're looking at the practical parts of life and being self-disciplined. 4 means being rooted and unmoving or static. This could be looked at as a positive or a negative. Positively meaning that you're rooted and unmoving and that you're in a good place. Negatively, as in at this moment of your life, you're refusing to change or to accept changes. 4 is also the number of the heart chakra, which is concerned with balance and love. The 4 of Cups is also associated with the planet, the moon. The moon is associated with our instincts, our unconscious, emotions, secret dreams, and the feminine aspect. The symbols included on the card are a cloud, a cup, and a mountain. Cups are associated with the element of water, which signifies emotion, imagination, and intuition. Clouds are associated with our thoughts. Beautiful white clouds mean clear thinking. Gray clouds mean that our thoughts are confused. There's something confuddling us. And then mountains. Mountains and hills are associated with challenges or obstacles that we need to navigate in life. The higher the hill or the mountain, the more troubling or difficult the challenge might be. But it is always you always have the ability to overcome it. The colors associated with this card are blue, green, and yellow. The color blue represents emotions, thoughtfulness, peace, calmness, harmony, faithfulness, and sadness. The color green represents prosperity, growth, money, nature, and hope. The color yellow represents gold, wealth, sunshine, reason, happiness, optimism, and pleasure. Now there are other colors on the card, but those are the 3 that my resources have associated with the card. So for now, we'll just stick with those 3 colors. The card also has keywords associated with that, and the keywords are withdrawal, indifference, dissatisfaction, boredom, and daydreaming. Now, I've already taken some things that resonate with me on this card already, but I don't want to cloud your judgment or what you see with what I have noticed so far. So I'm going to keep my own thoughts to myself. But Yes, I have already seen some things. The meaning of this card indicates a withdrawal from an emotional situation. So obviously, we're navigating the grief journey, and we all know that that is a very emotional situation. The withdrawal could be voluntary. That is, you know that you need to take the time to contemplate and meditate on your emotions and on life in general. The withdrawal could also be involuntary. That is, you have just found yourself weary of a situation and you lack the emotional resources to proceed. That is very common in the grief journey, to just withdraw from the outside world and life, because grief really does exhaust us tremendously, and we definitely go through spells where we lack the inner resources to proceed at what others would call a normal pace in the daily life. So, some of the other meanings or things that this card wants us to think about is that we need to remember that answers and inspiration are available to us. We need to be aware to not become so absorbed in apathy that we miss the emotional opportunities that might become available to us. The card is also encouraging us to pay close attention to our dreams and subtle signs around us. Sometimes our dreams are working as a way of our subconscious trying to tell us or get us to recognize things that may be of importance that we're just missing during the normal daytime hours that we're up and functioning and dealing with everything else that is surrounding us in our daily life. The card is also indicating that yes, sometimes there is a need to withdraw, and this card may be advising you that this is a time for you to do that. The card also has the warning: do not get stuck. Take the time that is needed to rest and to contemplate. Use that time to seek inspiration, but remember to continue moving forward. The cups rule over all that is associated with emotions, unconscious, creativity, and intuition. They frequently speak of relationships, romantic and otherwise, and they also speak of one's imagination and inner world. This card indicates that our thoughts may have turned inward, and we may have formed a sense of disconnect and maybe even apathy. The external world does not give us joy. This card is a reminder that we need to rediscover the beauty that life presents. We need to see the beauty of the flowers and the fruits, and we need to realize that even though our world seems to have turned sour, there is beauty and there are things to be grateful for. So, just in general, looking at the card, we can't tell whether the young man is at a state of relative peace. Is he meditating? Is he just contemplating and questioning things? Or is he really disconnected from the world? His hand or his arms are crossed in front of him. So we don't know if he doesn't see a gift from the divine being offered towards him, or does he not want to receive the gift? We just can't tell. It's kind of left open to interpretation. So some things that we can take away from the card would be choosing to be grateful for what I have at the moment. Obviously, especially in the early stages of grief, it's hard to be grateful for anything. Our minds, our emotions, our hearts, our soul, we're just so mixed up. We don't know whether we're coming or we're going. So, yeah. But if there is something being offered to us, or if we can recognize the things around us and we can be grateful for it, that is a small step in the healing journey. Because of the way the card is depicted, it makes us want to question, are we feeling disconnected? What questions have we been asking ourselves? What have we been contemplating? Are we a person extending an offering or a gift to someone, or are we refusing to receive a gift from someone else? This card also indicates that it is a good time to reflect more deeply on your personal, professional, and spiritual state. It's a time to identify what we are lacking, try to identify and become aware of what would inspire us, and I think it's an indicator to accept that it is okay to receive and to give during our healing journey and our grief journey. It is okay to come to believe that your life now needs an overhaul, if that's what you want to call it. That is part of the grief journey. We learn to live with our loss of our loved one, and at the same time, we begin working on discovering our new identity and our new self. As always, I want to thank you so much for joining me today as we took time to explore the card for this upcoming week. Are you able to identify if you're unwilling to receive a divine gift, or are you simply at a place of mindful contemplation and haven't yet noticed the world or the gift around you? Are you stuck in a state of disconnect? Has anything from the card resonated with you to help you see signs of things to be grateful for? Has anything resonated to help you move forward, if even with just one baby step? I really do hope that something resonated with you, and I hope that there is something from this week's card that can help you on your healing journey. Don't forget to be appreciative of any gift that comes your way this week, no matter the type or the size. It was meant for you. If you'd like to join me each Sunday for the weekly card, I invite you to get your own journal or notebook so that you can take time after watching the video to sit quietly and self-reflect on anything that resonates with you. You don't even need to have a deck of tarot cards. If you're new to my channel, I always close out the video by asking you, the viewer, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you'll know when new content is available. I recently have learned of a widow with young children in need, and your help to grow my channel and my mission is now appreciated more than I can tell you. As always, please feel free to comment on any of my videos. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if it's a topic that you would love to see me covered. I would be honored to do it for you. And last, if you haven't done so already, please participate and engage in the polls that I have created under the community section. Again, your input and your engagement can not only help me create new future content for you, but can help my channel grow. I've been Sissy, and I am wishing you much hope, light, and love. Until the next time, my friend, take care.